Good day, engineers. So for this video, we will be discussing about the lateral earth pressure for the passive condition naman. So yung previous video natin is for the active condition. So doon yung soil is under the failure ng expansion. So nag-expand yung soil natin. And now for our passive condition, so syempre, ang failure ng soil is under compression or ang action ng soil natin is under compression. So ibig sabihin, sumisiksik ngayon maigi yung soil. And to further explain this one, so dito tayo sa figure na to. So kung meron tayong retaining wall on its left side na maghahawak dun sa soil, so kung meron tayong passive condition or passive failure dun sa soil natin, ang tendency nung retaining wall natin is to yield inward. So, kasi dahil yun sa compression. So, kasi nga compression, so ibig sabihin, papasok pa paloob yung possible na pumasok pa paloob yung retaining wall natin since nagko-compress yung soil natin or yung buong soil natin dito. So, other types of failure or other failure mode ng retaining wall natin is since nandun siya sa left side, so as we can see, it is rotating clockwise. So, pag nasa left side yung retaining wall natin, so if nasa left side, our failure for the retaining wall is rotating clockwise. So, syempre, papasok yung retaining wall natin dun sa soil kasi nga nagko-compress yung soil natin. So, kung ang pagbabasihan naman natin is yung horizontal and vertical stresses ng soil natin, syempre, it will yield you the same vertical stresses, which is sigma prime V. But in the case of the lateral stress or the lateral earth pressure, which is yung sigma prime H, syempre, hindi na magiging ganun yung result niya kagaya ng sa active at sa at-rest condition. So, kung i-compare natin siya kay at-rest condition, so, ang tendency, dun tayo sa pressure diagram nila. So, ito yung comparison ng pressure diagrams nila. So, as you can see, ito yung pressure diagram ni passive condition. So, mula dito, it is much greater than the at-rest condition. Sa at-rest condition, ito lang. So, ibig sabihin, masyadong nagkaroon or nag-increase yung pressure ng soil since nagko-compress sila maigi. So, ang tendency is to shift from sigma prime O, which is stable na rigid yung retaining wall, to an increase on the passive condition kasi nga nagko-compress or kino-compress na rin siya papasok nung retaining wall. So, for this condition, we can say na yung sigma prime O is lesser than our sigma prime P, or the at-rest earth pressure is greater than the the at-rest earth condition is lesser than the passive earth pressure. At pwede din nating sabihin na yung active earth pressure is lesser than the passive earth pressure. So, the tendencies for the at-rest earth coefficient, the active earth coefficient, and the passive coefficient will be this one. So, we can say now that our K sub P is greater than K sub O and is also greater than siya sa K sub A. And we can also say yung K sub P dito is greater than 1.0. So kasi si KO almost 1 yun yung values niya. Si KA lesser than 1 pero mas mababa kay K sub O, and si K sub P will be greater than 1. So since mas mataas yung multiplier natin or yung coefficient natin K sub P na 1, so ibig sabihin mas larger yung values ng ating passive earth pressure. So this is valid kasi nga ang failure niya is papasok dun sa soil at hindi kagaya ni active pressure na palabas dun sa soil or dun sa mismong kumpol ng soil. So, since papasok yung retaining wall dun sa soil, yun yung mode of failure niya. So, ang tendency ng angle of failure plane dito is hindi kagaya dun sa active condition natin na minus kasi palabas. So, for this condition, ang failure mode natin hindi kagaya dun sa sa active earth condition na palabas, which is nadadagdagan yung angle of failure plane natin. Dito nababawasan yung angle of failure plane natin kasi papasok siya nagpe-fail. So ibig sabihin, our angle of failure plane corresponds to a value theta which is equal to 45 minus phi over 2. Ito yung failure plane or yung angle of failure plane under the passive condition. Kasi nga, papasok na sa soil, yung angle of failure niya or yung failure plane niya hindi katulad nung sa active condition na palabas. So, ang tendency, nag-i-increase yung angle of failure plane. Pero dito, since papasok, pabawas. Kaya, as you can see, yung angle of internal friction over 2 is minus. So, yun lang naman yung parang tinatandaan ko ding concept regarding this one para alam ko ano yung angle of failure planes na difference nilang dalawa. Kasi si at rest earth pressure wala namang angle of failure plane since rigid and restrained from yielding yung retaining wall niya. So, yun yung major differences nung passive, active, and nung at rest earth condition. So, to further explain this one, pwede natin siyang i-plot on the Mohr-Coulomb failure line. So, ang ating tendency is, as you can see, yung dalawa is pwede natin siyang i-plot on a Mohr-Coulomb failure diagram with cohesion. So, as you can see, meron siyang cohesion. And, nakikita nyo naman na yung para sa sigma prime O na plot ng Mohr circle natin is pwede siya for conditions na wala talagang cohesion. So, ayan. Ayan kasing failure mode niya or yung Mohr envelope niya. So, to further see the difference between the three, as you can see, yung sigma prime A at saka sigma prime O nandito sa lesser side of the horizontal axis at yung Mohr circle nila is papuntang pa ganun from our sigma prime V. Ngayon, ang tendency for this Mohr circle ng passive earth condition, as you can see, yung sigma prime B na natin is nagko-correspond sa minimum principal stress. While yung sigma prime P natin or yung mismong passive earth pressure is nagko-correspond sa maximum principal stress. So, hindi kagaya dun sa dalawang nauna, ang minor natin is yung active at saka yung at rest. Ang major natin is yung vertical stress. Ngayon, as you can see from this Mohr circle, mas malaki na yung lateral earth pressure natin kesa dun sa vertical stresses or yung effective vertical stresses. So, yun yung pinaka-major difference ng ating passive earth kesa dun sa dalawang condition na active and at rest earth pressure. So that will be all for the concept ng passive earth pressure. For our next video, we will be deriving the equation for the passive condition of the lateral earth pressure. So again, this is Engineer Rodolfo. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to Butch TV.